Now, Mick Lynch is a charismatic leader of the RMT, and we have a series of strikes, of course, going on. Postal worker strikes, the nurses going out for the first ever national strike. They're due to go out this Thursday. I have to say, I've got some sympathy with the postal workers, many of whom stand to lose a lot of money. I have less sympathy for those who are not going to get pay rises in line with inflation, although those on lower money, we could see a raising of tax thresholds perhaps to help. But generally, the public have been quite sympathetic to those that want to go on strike because the public too are suffering from the cost of living. Mick Lynch has played the game thus far, I think, very well. He's been a bit of a media star. He's run rings around several interviewers. But this morning, something really seemed to change. On a series of media networks, he was being asked the question, well, Mick Lynch, are you really Mick Grinch? Are you going to spoil Christmas for loads of people? Here's how he responded to Radio 4's Today programme this morning.
What's wrong with just saying, on average, our members have sacrificed X numbers of thousands of pounds? You've said they're making a sacrifice. What's wrong with putting a number on it?
Well, why do you need that number?
Because I'm interested in the level of sacrifice.
Well, why aren't you interested in what Network Rail and the government are doing to working people acroose this country, impoverish them every day?
What's wrong with you actually putting a number on the sacrifice that you say your members are making?
Why does that interest you, Michelle?
Because we're in a cost of living crisis, because it's in the run-up to Christmas.
Well, why don't they give us a decent pay rise then? Why don't you pursue that?
And because you say your members are making a sacrifice. Now, it was estimated at £1,500 on average in the summer. What's the amount now?
Well, why are you pursuing an editorial line that I could read in The Sun or the Daily Mail or any of the right-wing press in this country, and you're not pursuing the fact that working people, millions of them, are being impoverished and some of them made destitute by the attitude of this government and by their employers?
Well, a very ratty Mick Lynch there. And I mean, goodness me, if he's accusing Radio 4's Today programme of being agents of right-wing propaganda, I begin to wonder whether he's lost the plot. And by the way, I've been in those situations where you do start to get angry with the interviewer, but you never, ever come out as a winner. He went on later on to say something really very, very stupid. He was asked by Richard Madeley, well, surely what you're doing with these strikes are damaging pubs, restaurants, small businesses who rely on this next fortnight as being their most important time of the year. You're ruining people's Christmas. He said, oh, well, as far as I'm concerned, Christmas doesn't start till Christmas Eve. Not clever.